Well, good morning, everybody, on this beautiful morning. I'm Gary, this is Chris, this is Dusty, and that's Kathy McFadden. So, we're going to have you get going this morning because we're the face of God. Okay? All right, here we go. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of peace. You give my soul release. I share my good with you. You are the face of peace.
I am the face of God. I hold you in my heart.
You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
We are the face of God.
We are the face of God.
I hold you in my heart.
I hold you in my heart.
You are a part of me.
You are a part of me.
We are the face of God. We are the face of God.
We are the face of God.
Thank you.
You are the light of the world. We all are. I am. You are. We are.
I am a light in the world. I am a light in the world. I am a light in the world. I am a light in the world.
Hey, hey, hey. Good morning. Welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Steve Van Meter, your senior minister. Welcome back. Yeah, I've been gone. I've been off. I had a vacation, and then I had an extended vacation. You know, that darn COVID, so 2019. Felt like, come on. I thought we were over this. But, apparently I had some more to relax a bit. But I'm back, and thank you for joining us this morning. I know you have a lot of spiritual destinations you could have picked to be at this morning, but you found yourself here. So welcome. If you're, just happened to stumble in, saw the sign said welcome home, you're in the right place. Because we honor all paths to the divine within you, however that looks, whatever name you want to call it, that's your business. But we know that there's something happening. And today is Father's Day. Do we have any fathers in the house? Can I get okay, we got a couple. Okay. Is there anybody that has a father in the house? Okay, everybody's hand should go up, because even if you didn't know who they were, you had one. And but it's it's one of those magical times that starts the beginning of summer and graduation, and it's a solstice too. Wow. What a trip. Well, we're going to do what we do every Sunday, and that's read our vision mission statement, which says we are an open, loving, spiritual community dedicated to evolving consciousness through teaching spiritual principles. Again, thank you for making this your spiritual destination for the morning. And if you have questions after the service, you can see any of our people and ask them questions, or you can ask me if you can find me. But we're just glad you're here. We have some announcements for the morning. This is our e-news. If you'd like to get this every week, there's a sign-up sheet in the back. And basically, let's see what we got going. Happy Father's Day. Happy Summer Solstice. I already addressed that. Dear GPCSL members, we would like to notify you that we have sent out the annual notice for our upcoming meeting on September 20th at 12 p.m. We're really getting an early start on it, aren't we? Well, we know how you guys operate, and if we don't start, if we don't start this early, and still somebody's going to go, "There's a meeting? What happened?" So, anyway. This letter, see, religious scientists, they don't want to be told what to do. They don't want to read the instructions. They want to figure it out for themselves. And then they want the early bird price after it's passed. Because that's how we roll. That's just how we roll, I'm just saying. So, this letter is also to serve as membership verification. We're re-verifying all of our members. We do this every couple years to make sure that we have the right lists. So if somebody's moved away or made their transition, we can take them off our list. Or if you didn't get added to the list. But there's letters on the back if you aren't a member and want to become one. And if you get your letter in the mail, fill it out. There's a self-addressed stamped envelope. Just fill it out and get it back to us. Extra copies along with the address is in the back counter. If you need assistance or can't pick one up, please contact Jamaica Wallace or myself or Kay Lynn, who's back at the soundboard, and we will help you out. Upcoming events, practitioner-led summertime spirit gathering on Thursday, June 25th from 6 to 7:30. We're starting our summertime gathering. It looks like this. It's over in the LEC, I believe now. Is that correct, or are you still doing it in here? Okay. LEC. Okay, LEC. So come join us on Thursday night. Let's see. GPCSL Concert Picnic next Saturday, June 27th from 12 to 5 p.m. We're going to have music and food. And bring your checkbooks because it is a fundraiser, although we are going to raise some fun too. But come and we're going to have some wonderful food, Ashley's Country Kitchen, and the menu has just come out and it's incredible. So please don't eat breakfast, just come really hungry. And there is a vegan option. So, for there's something for everyone. Music, food. It's out here on our lawn. It's going to be 107 degrees, I think, next. No, it's actually supposed to be like 67 degrees. Yeah, it's going to be 70. It's going to be perfect. So bring your lawn chair or a blanket or we will have some chairs that we will put out there. But bring your beach chair. You can leave your kayak at home. It starts at noon. I said, you should be up here doing this. You should, no, I don't want to do it. So what else am I? I'm good. Okay, I covered everything. I usually hear about it on the ride home. Well, you didn't do that. You never did that. You never did that. And that's okay. That's what a good partner's for. They, keep. She's such a good helper. She's just such a good helper. This ride ought to be a good one. Yeah, I know. We took separate cars. Okay, ongoing events. Metaphysical book study from 9 to 9:45 every Sunday morning over at the LEC. We are continuing to practice or to read Edwin Gaines' book on the 4 spiritual laws of prosperity. Also, our meditation group is from 9:50 to 10:05, provided by the practitioners. Community news. Our Porch Fest was yesterday. Yay! We had such a good time. It was wonderful. Had some great music. I'm still exhausted, but that's a whole other story. Asilomar is coming up, and I will be doing my first workshop on my new book that's going to be released later in the year. So it'll be the first time to see me in action with my new book. And what else do we have? Looks like it's it. Okay, well, I want to, again, thank you for being here this morning. We don't have flowers this morning because nobody signed up. So if you would like flowers on a Sunday morning, please see Deborah Perdue, and she can sign you up for some flowers. And let's see, do you have a cell phone? Anybody got a cell phone I can borrow? Let's put them on vibrate, just because, God calls at the most interesting hours of the morning. And let's see, what else do we have? Is there anybody here for the very first time? Any first timers here? Would you like to just put your hand up? Okay. We got to go. Well, we want to thank you for being here. We have a little gift for you guys. It's just a little welcome note and a little one of our magazines. So I want to thank you all for being here. And let's see. What we're going to do is we're going to just stand and greet each other briefly. I always say that, and 20 minutes later. And then we're going to go into our song, We Are One.
Okay, we're about to sing We Are One, and we are one. We are one.
She's gonna
Sorry.
lead us in.
We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony as peace has come. As we are one, we are one, we are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony as peace has come, as we are one.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living.
There you go.
Thank you. My name is Janice Garibay, and I am a licensed practitioner here at the center, and I have the great privilege and honor today of being your podium practitioner. Please join me in reading the prayer that is on the screen, or the gratitude, sorry. Okay. I am grateful to realize that love is in the faces of all around me. All right. Today our table practitioner is Jamaica Wallace. She's holding the high watch for us all. And let's see. I'm just skipping through some stuff here. Hang on. Okay. It is our honor to hold you in prayer after the service. Will the practitioners who are available today please raise your hand? Okay. And you'll also find on the seat backs in front of you, there's a yellow prayer request card and a blue demonstration card. And you can fill those out. The blue one if you want a prayer, and then the yellow one is for your demonstration, which we know that you'll have. And we love to celebrate that for you, or with you. And also you can submit a prayer request anytime at grantspasscsl.org. And know that our practitioners lovingly pray over each request we receive. Let's read the prayer together now that's on the screen. I look long and deeply into the God of love within and all around me. I know love alone reveals love. All right, stay seated and we will sing I Am Love. Thank you. That was very beautiful. Uh-oh. Hang on a minute. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm not real organized yet, but I am getting there. Okay, so have you ever felt disconnected even while surrounded by people? Or wondered what could possibly bridge the distance between our differences, our struggles, and our hopes? That bridge is love. And today we're invited to explore just how powerful it really is. Welcome to our Father's Day celebration as we continue our monthly theme, Higher, Deeper Love. Today's message centers on a question that is both simple and transformative. What's love got to do with it? Well, the answer may seem obvious. Everything. Love shapes our relationships, our communities, and the way we move through the world. But today we're invited to go deeper. Love is woven through our shared humanity, our collective wounds, our mistakes, and our capacity to heal and grow together. Ernest Holmes wrote, "If we would look for a God of love, we must look long and deeply into each other. We must look away from the differences until we penetrate into the unity of the whole. Love alone reveals love." What if love is not something we find outside ourselves? What if it is it's the very presence that allows us to recognize our connection with all life? As we prepare our hearts for today's message, I invite you to sit with this contemplative question, what's love got to do with it? Now please join me for a few moments in the silence, and I'll bring us back with a prayer. There is one life, one presence, one infinite love, expressing itself as all creation. I know that I am one with this beautiful presence of love, and that each person here and on Zoom is an expression of this divine presence. We are not separate from love, we are expressions of it. I affirm that love lives us, guides us, and reveals itself through every act of kindness, compassion, and understanding. I speak a word of blessing for everyone here today and for this service, knowing that everyone receives exactly what they need. With grateful hearts, we become willing channels for love to express that which has always been present within us. We joyfully give thanks for the presence of love in our lives, for this spiritual community, and for all that continues to unfold through us. I release this word into the law, trusting its perfect action, knowing that it is already done, and so it is. So now we have special music. Are you all the light workers? By Kathy. Yes, and then that will be followed by Reverend Steve's inspiring message. Thank you all.
This is called Hibernation Blues, It was written during COVID by Ricky Lombardo, who lives in New Jersey and is alive and well. He's 80 years old now. He was 74 when he wrote this piece.
Let's hear it again for Kathy McCaddy on the
Yeah, well, hey, we'll work on that. Well, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. I'm not a biological father, but I have plenty of children, as you can see. That was a little, science of mind joke there. Yes, Father, yes. What's love got to do? What's love got to do with it? What's love? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. Wait, I'm mixing up a couple songs. Love has absolutely nothing to do with it because love is the venue in which we live. Like a fish lives in water, we live in love. Yet we spend our whole life searching for someone or something or some energy when it's already right where we are. When you signed the contract to come in here, they removed your remembrance that you are it. They wanted to see how long it would take us to figure it out. And here we are, figuring it out. You can call it Christ consciousness, Jesus the Christ, source energy, great spirit, universal intelligence, whatever that's your business. But I think we can agree that there's something happening. Are you beating your own heart? Are you breathing your own body? Sometimes. As we celebrate Father's Day, we honor not only the fathers, the grandfathers, the stepfathers, the mentors, the teachers, the spiritual guides who have helped us shape our lives, but also the divine fathering masculine principle within all of us. It's not a man or a woman thing. We have all been the divine masculine. We have all been the divine feminine when it's called upon for us. We aren't just one thing. We are everything, depending on what day of the week it is, or what calls us to be what we need to be. In Science of Mind, God is not a person, but an infinite presence expressing itself through countless qualities. To say that God is a man is so limiting. I mean, how could we limit the divine to being one gender or one person? It is everything that is and everything that God is not. You're like, well, if God is everything, then there is no not. But in our belief, we have some knots. We have to untie those knots. One of those qualities is the energy of fathering, the impulse to guide, to encourage, to protect, to provide, and call forth the highest potential in others. Some of us were blessed with loving fathers. I was. But some of us experienced absence, loss, disappointment, or pain. If you didn't have a father, you didn't need one. There was other energy that stepped in to provide what was needed. Your other parental units, however those worked out, maybe an uncle or a grandfather or a foster family, stepped in to be what you needed for your ultimate, highest, and best growth. And that's what you got. So get over it. Now, I don't want to minimize anyone's challenge with their father, because even if you had the best father in the world, there were times when our fathers had to be tough love fathers. You didn't always get what you wanted. And it was tough. I didn't like that sometimes. And I would get upset with my dad. And I realized later, you know what? He was protecting me from, I wanted to go and, spend the night out, with my friends, with no supervision. That was not a good idea. But I couldn't see that at the time. But he was protecting me from myself. But it came later when I had to make some of those decisions in my own life. But some of us experienced the absence or pain or disappointment or a challenging situation with our father figures. Today, we hold all of those experiences in compassion. Beyond human limitation, there exists a divine fathering presence that has never abandoned us. It never ceases to believe in us and continually invites us into greater expression of courage, wisdom, and love. We honor the people who embodied that presence in our lives and recognize our opportunity to embody it for others. Where's he going? What's he doing? What are you doing, Eric? You getting food ready for us? Oh, okay. Didn't know did I say something? Beyond human limitations, there exists a divine fathering presence. You are that presence. You have exactly what you need. All of us were given exactly what we need. But see, we think that we're lacking in some area. We think, well, if I'd have just had better parents, I'd have been able to make it better. No, you got exactly what you needed for your ultimate and highest best. I know it's tricky. And it's depressing sometimes. Ernest Holmes wrote, if we would look for a God of love, we must look long and deeply into each other. We must look away from our differences until we penetrate into the unity of the whole. Love alone reveals love. Hate but hides the gleam. Ernest Holmes. So I want to tell you a little bit about my dad, because I had a really good dad. Let's go ahead and put the picture of my dad. That's my dad. That's my dad. You see, he's got a camera because he was a professional photographer, so he was always taking pictures. We have very few pictures of my dad because he always took all the pictures. But this was, I think my sister got this shot, and he was, God forbid that you were eating breakfast in your skivvies on a morning that he had just gotten a new lens, because he would take pictures of you. You know, I was like, oh my, come on, Dad, put some pajamas on or something. But that's how he expressed. Now there's a picture of my mom here too. That's from 1953. 1953. That's 10 years before I was born. And she was a actress and a voiceover talent. She was the voice of Betty on Father's Knows Best Radio. She was if you ever went to Disneyland and saw the GE Carousel of Progress, where the audience moves, she was the voice and the model for all the women in that. So she was the voice of, I said Drizella in Cinderella, the wicked stepsister. That was her. She played the flute in that. Or no, she sang, it was that little scene she had with the flautist. Her sister was a flautist, and anyway, now you know my mom. Go to the next picture. There's me as a little kid. So go back to the other side. We've seen enough of me in the backyard. Okay. There we go. Okay. What's love got to do with it? The Divine Father, I just want to introduce you to my family. I have two sisters and a brother, but they didn't make it on the slideshow today. I didn't have enough time. That'll come later. The divine fathering presence reveals itself through encouragement, strength, responsibility, wisdom, and unconditional acceptance. So, my story about my father. I was a rebel. I was the black sheep of the family so bad. My brother and sister said that if I'd have been the first, I'd have been the last. Yeah. So, I got into some trouble. And, in the middle of the night, like 3:00 in the morning, I showed up driving a car with 2 intoxicated people in the back seat. And this is before I had my license. And I'm driving their car. And I woke my dad up and I said, Dad, I have a situation. And I was ready for the hammer to come down. And he said, what do we need to do? I said, well, I got to get these people home and this car back to this other person. And then you've got to take me home. Yeah. So we got our stuff together. We dropped these people off at their prospective houses, returned the car, and got home. And then he said, you're grounded for the rest of your life. I said, I get it. And then he laughed and he said, you did the right thing. You came and you got help. You needed help. You got help. And we're going to talk about drinking and driving. And we're going to talk about driving without a license. I'm like, hey, at least I could drive, right? At least I got us to safety. But instead of laying into me, he said, how do you need my help? What can I do to help you through this? And I remember that is my dad. He always wanted to know, hey, how do we fix this? How do we make this right? I had gotten thrown in jail once, and I called him. And I said, yeah, I need to be picked up from jail. And he said, who do we call? Lawyer? What do you need? I said, no, I just need to be picked up. And again, very silent car ride home. And then he just said, I'm glad you're safe. He just loved me so much. I mean, we can all look back at our experiences in life, and there's probably things you wouldn't want your minister to talk about from the pulpit, but I don't have a criminal record. I am in good standing with Centers for Spiritual Living, so the divine fathering presence reveals itself through encouragement, strength, responsibility, wisdom, and unconditional acceptance. It is the voice within us that says, you can rise higher. You can heal from this. You can become more than you have imagined yourself to be. And as we embrace love as our true nature, we become the channels through which this nurturing and empowering presence enters the world. You know the challenge in your life? That tear, that rip in your experience? That's where the light comes in. And if you don't get it, the tear just gets bigger. We've all been there. But if you look back on some of the biggest challenges in your life, it has been the place where you had your biggest aha experience. And maybe you're in the midst of one right now. I don't know. But what I can tell you is that everything eventually does work out. Everything does have a happy ending. Now, I'll tell you, each one of you, you may not know this, but none of us are going to get out of here alive. Okay? That's just what's going to happen. And that's okay. It was designed this way. Now, if I was designing things, I would do it a little differently, of course. I would have a fade to black, not a just instant blackness. But that's a whole other story. The love we experience is a magnificent, complex gift woven through our shared human story. This love encompasses our inherited wisdom, passed down through generations, brimming with insight and strength. If we're open to it. It can only be ours when we act the part. So when we are out of alignment and we're closed down and we're in a pissy mood, excuse my French, but when we're ticked off, we're not open. And it happens. We get bad moody, don't we? Someone in the world did not know that Reverend Steve was coming into their establishment today. They did not serve me correctly. Get over yourself. Get over yourself. On Father's Day, we recognize that fathering, at its highest expression, is the transmission of courage, integrity, perseverance, and hope. Yet love also includes the echoes of collective trauma and unhealed pain. Woohoo! For whatever reason, we each need to go through our own dark night of the soul. But don't stop there. Don't buy the t-shirt. Keep moving. Don't pitch a tent. Don't build a condo there. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow, I shall keep walking. Keep walking quickly, smoothly. But don't walk so fast you don't get the energy of the transformation it's offering you. Or you will repeat it. Some inherited gifts come wrapped in wounds. The spiritual invitation is not to deny either experience, but to transform both through compassion and understanding. Love allows us to honor what was given, heal what was missing, and become conscious stewards of what we are passing on to our future generations. I think that's why my dad was so loving and kind. His father died when he was very young, and he didn't have a real father figure. And he was a missionary in China for several years. And when he had his kids, boy, he poured himself into his kids. He loved us so very much. And I thought everybody had a loving father. I had no idea until one of my friends said, you know, your dad is an anomaly. You've got a really good situation. And from then on, I started taking advantage of that situation because I didn't want to lose my dad. You know? I didn't want to let him go. But there comes a time, back to my talk. Love allows us to honor what was given, heal what was missing, and become conscious stewards of what we are passing on to future generations. As we turn our attention inward, we discover that embracing our shared interior life is a profound act of love. This includes healing our relationship with authority. Anybody having authority issues? Oh boy. Just me? Okay. No, okay. One of us, No, we, somebody tells us no, and we as religious scientists want to figure out, oh yes, somehow. We will bypass this situation. We will go under, we will go around, we will go through it, we will figure this out. Because that's what we do. We're very creative. And then we go into prayer. Then we speak to that divine essence that created us, and all of a sudden, the click happens, and things become in alignment. For some, Father's Day brings gratitude, and for others, it brings grief, disappointment, or unresolved questions. But through spiritual practice, we discover that our worth is not determined by what we received or failed to receive from others. Our worth is rooted in our divine identity now. None of us can change our childhood, but we can change the idea of what happened in our childhood, not to deny it, but to change the energy. Our parents did the best they knew how. And they failed miserably at times. So have I. But whatever happened, their only job was to get you onto the planet. That was it. That was their whole job. Everything else is fluff. So how you doing? How's your experience? You carrying any wounds? Pain? Well, do you have a body? Then you're probably carrying something. By embracing this truth, we become free to forgive, heal, and create new patterns of love for ourselves and our communities. Love is an illuminating force, revealing the brilliance of the whole and allowing us to play in the sacredness of interdependence. Independence Day is coming up. 250. And it's not independence, it's interdependence. You go from depending on external to depending on internal energy. That's Interdependence Day, but that's next month. Stay tuned. Come on back, yeah? One of the highest expressions of fathering is guidance, not control. But encouragement, not domination. Empowerment, not repression. The divine does not force us into growth. Instead, it lovingly invites us to awaken to our greatest possibilities. But there are times when something happens. Somebody makes their transition unexpectedly. Something we had hoped and longed for does not work out the way we thought it should. Now, we can hold that pain and that energy of depression and disappointment. And you know, it's natural to have that. But don't make that your new normal. I got stuck in that for a couple years after some relationship thing went south on me. And boy, it just zapped a couple years out of my life. Nobody would talk to me because all I wanted to do was complain about this situation and how I got done wrong. But then I found out that the more I talked about it, the more I pointed at the problem, the more the problem became me. Somebody said, one of my practitioners, okay, this is the last time you can tell that story. I was like, what? Yeah, you can't tell that story anymore. I've heard it too many times. I was like, oh man. And I was silent for weeks. I didn't know what to, I had to reimagine who I was. And it came back to what my parents taught me. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. We become expressions of this sacred guidance system whenever we encourage another person's dreams, stand beside someone in a difficult situation, or remind another of their inner self-worth. You know what I know about all of you? Love is all there is. Love is what everything is. There is not a spot. There's not a spot where love is not either. God, love, interchangeable. So, I'm getting late here. Sorry. I have a mouthful. In conclusion, here we go. Higher, deeper love is a magnificent, complex gift woven through our shared human story. It encompasses inherited wisdom and resilience while acknowledging collective traumas, unhealed pain, and unconscious biases. Got any unconscious biases laying around? How would you know if they're unconscious? Well, you know because life will keep showing up in ways that make you question your decisions. So on this Father's Day, we honor all who have embodied the qualities of guidance, protection, encouragement, and steadfast care. We also recognize the divine fathering presence that lives within every heart, the eternal source of wisdom, strength, and unconditional love. And as we embrace this sacred presence, we become instruments of its healing, accountability, and liberation. Love reveals our interconnectedness and reminds us that we belong to each other. You are your brothers and sisters' keeper. We are here to assist each other. So don't be a drag. Okay? When someone ticks you off, let them know in a kind way. Say, hey, that wasn't cool, man. That wasn't cool. Can we rephrase that? May we celebrate those who have guided us, forgive where healing is needed, and become living expressions of that higher and deeper love for generations yet to come. So it is. All right, well, let's follow our teaching and go within. So I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you, or take a soft focus on the candles or the changing slides. But let's remember who we are together. There is a power. There is a source energy that is always creating and it is always recycling itself through this thing called life. You can call it whatever you want. Jesus, Allah, whatever. There is a power. And you are unified in that power as its manifest form. You were created out of the love of the universe through our families, through our fathers, our mothers, our stepfathers, stepsisters, whoever was your parental experience. And we bless them. We say thank you for getting us onto this planet. And we move into the energy of what love has to do with it, which is to create more love. So let's just take a second and I want you to just generate love for just a second. Feel that generation of love, peace, divine right action. In generating that energy of love, we generate healing. We generate divine right action. Turning away from what doesn't work or is a challenge for us right now, not to deny it, but not to give it any more power. We turn into the solution. We turn into the healing. And we turn into love. Love. Love is all that is. So let's be grateful for the love of our parents, our families, our friends, our neighbors, our community, our universe. Let's love it all. As they say in program, we're going to love you till you can learn to love yourself. So I let go. So grateful in the manifestation of love in this world. Thank you, divine energy of healing and revealing of the truth. And I let go and I let God be God in my life. Getting my bloated nothingness out of the way so the divine circuits can flow perfectly. As we affirm this together by saying, so it is. Okay, it is time for our prosperity affirmation. So if you'd like to take your gift and put it on your heart, just put your hand on your heart. Let's recite this together. Abundance fills my heart and life. I bless what I have with joy. I give and receive in abundant measure. And now we'll have some music.
It's going to be a cappella, so you can all help me out, okay? I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Good job.
All right. Thank you. We're going to say a prayer for our offertory this morning. From the love of pure spiritual energy, these tithes and gifts have been collected. They are evidence of our faith, our belief, and our ability to manifest in this world of form. And they do good work in this world. They bless the giver, the receiver. They allow this, the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living, to be open and available to those who are choosing to remember who they are. And even for those who may not know it yet. And for that, this community, this city, this state, this country, this world, this universe is blessed because of love. We are grateful as we affirm this together by saying, and so it is. Amen. All right, let's stand up and sing our peace song, shall we? We shall.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as Creator. Family are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And now for our benediction. Please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening right now. It's happening in my mind. It's happening in my body. It's happening in the body of my affairs. I think it. I feel it. And I know it. Just the way that it is. And just the way that it is not. Thank you, life. Happy Father's Day, everybody. God bless.